Hello everyone, I'm Kristen Olson Stone. In this video, I'm going to explain a little bit about how I think about finishing a painting. So this is a painting that is finished, but in this video, I'm going to take you through some of my thought process and how I work out finishing a painting. If you haven't already done so, please like this video and subscribe to my channel and leave me a comment. I'd love to hear from you. Hello everyone, welcome to my studio. In today's video, I thought I would talk a little bit about how I think and how I process my painting when it's in progress, when I'm working on a large painting, and a little bit about how I finish a painting. So I've gotten a lot of messages from people saying that they're good at starting paintings, but they really have a hard time knowing when their painting is finished and then how to finish the painting. So I just thought I'd share a little bit about my process and how I come to those decisions. So let's talk about this painting. So this is a textured oil painting. It's 33 inches by 48 inches, so it's pretty big. And I started by coating a lot of the surface with Indian red, and then I started just randomly putting colors down. So purples, 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 and so on, and pinks, and so on. And I just wanted to have an overall textured pattern that kept your eye moving around and around the canvas without really settling on any one thing for too long. But I didn't want it to be so random that you can't settle anywhere for a little longer than in other places. This probably sounds weird, but there's sort of some music and rhythm built into this thought process. So I'd like to think that maybe you start here and the yellows catch your eye, and then when you land down here in these pink flowers, you sort of stay a little bit longer. And the longer you look at it, the more you notice the small details and color passages, areas where there's different colors streaked through, some marbling. Marbling is when you have a color mixture that's not perfectly mixed, so it has streaks when you pull the palette knife through it. So then I like to, in the process, kind of look at it one day and decide, okay, I think it's finished. But on big paintings, I always give myself the chance to sleep on it and look at it the next day with fresh eyes, and then really suss out my my mistakes. And it always happens that I think I'm finished, and the next day I find more things to do. But I don't want to overpaint it. I don't want to over process it, because that's when your painting loses its feeling. It might be technically better, but it can very easily lose its feeling. And if it loses its feeling, it's kind of done. So it'll always be one of those paintings that sits around and you think, it's a good painting, but you know, why didn't it sell? Well, that's because it lost that thing that makes it art. So, so that's kind of how I think about things. I have a few defined flowers here, some iris. These are purple iris. I don't know what these flowers are, but I definitely wanted to have the feeling of this be that you can just kind of get lost in it and just enjoy the colors and see flowers in a different way. And I like how the greenery and things sort of spill out from the center. But what's really not working is the actual center of my painting. So the problem is the values between these purples and greens are too close together. In other words, if you were to photograph this in black and white and look at those values, they would almost be the same. Whereas here, I have more separation. I've got brighter brights and darker darks. So I need to lighten some of these flowers, and I need to define them. For instance, this iris is kind of lost in this one and this one, whereas these are really standing out because they're surrounded by yellow. Another way I could fix it is pull some more yellow down into this section of the painting, but I really like the way the yellow kind of carries around almost like an arc. So I don't want to do that. I could also pull some pinks up in here, which I think might be nice. That might help connect my flow of pink. So anyway, I hope all this makes sense to you. I'm going to turn the camera off now and work on it a little bit. And I'll show you a little bit of video of me working on it up close, and then I'll turn it back on when I think I'm really finished. I have my studio helpers here with me today. Hi, puppies. So here is my finished painting. As you can see, I ended up adding a lot of yellow because I felt like I just needed to bring more yellow down into the center of the painting and then even towards the bottom. When I'm working on finishing a painting, and even if I'm sure it's finished, but if I'm not sure, especially I do this, I upload the picture of the painting into my app called Wall Picture app, and I try it on in different framing options on different walls just to kind of see how it looks in a variety of rooms. And it really helps me determine if the painting looks like a finished painting. And sometimes it's just another way to see it with fresh eyes, but it really does help me determine if it's finished, seeing how a finished painting looks hanging on the wall in different frames. So I definitely recommend trying that out yourselves. Here are some close-up pictures of the painting so you can really get an idea of the thick paint strokes. And you can see the flow of pinks into yellow, into orange, into red, and so on. This painting has a lot of beauty and a lot of movement, and it has a beautiful, beautiful glow. And I'm really happy with how it turned out. I hope this video was helpful in helping you understand how to think about finishing a painting and a little bit about my process of finishing a painting. Thanks for watching.